Hiya everyone, and welcome to an ooky spooky Hallowpoopy edition of Art Customizing. I apologise for the sound of my voice. I couldn't put this narration off any longer, so unfortunately this is what I'm going to be sounding like for the remainder of the video. However, this is the first Halloween I have made, and I originally had plans to make a Poe from The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, but I thought that 1, the project would be a little bit difficult for me, and 2, I was running out of time. So I decided to make a witch. I dressed as a witch a lot when I was little when it came to Halloween, and to this day I am convinced I have witchy heritage in my family. But anyway, I digress. Let's begin. And as mentioned in my last video, the YouTube toy apocalypse is growing ever closer, so each video will have to do something a little bit different so that in January hopefully I can see what works to keep me on the main website and what doesn't work. Today's difference that I won't show you how to prepare the canvas, and we won't be saying the dreaded word. And aside from technical changes to the video, the first thing I'm doing today that's different with the oh my god, I nearly said it, with the canvas is rooting wool and brushing it out. I've not yet tried this method, so I thought it would be quite interesting to see how it turns out. I used black acrylic wool and I used this iPhone box to measure out the length of the wool, and the reroute took about 2.5 hours, and I used Faber Castell glue to seal it all in before brushing it out, and I let that dry overnight. Once it was dry, I worked in sections to brush the hair out using a pet comb, and this process took a hell of a lot longer than the reroute because of the hair's length. And to be honest with you all, although I love the results after straightening and styling the hair, there was so much fluff that went to waste. It seems to be an extremely wasteful method, as I probably would have used double the amount of wool compared to if I were to make wefts. It also came out really short as well, which I wasn't expecting. I mean, the effect it has is great and it looks fabulous. As I said, it's very, very wasteful. Once the hair was done, I moved on to the face, and I wanted to go for a Wednesday Addams / Morticia Addams resting bitch face for this one, or resting witch face as I have been calling it. To prep the canvas's face, I used 100% pure acetone, which is highly flammable and very dangerous and warns to keep out of reach of children, and I wiped off excess acetone with a cloth and some warm soapy water, and then I went outside and sprayed the doll again with highly flammable and toxic Mr. Super Clear sealant. As we're doing the face, I just want to talk about some misinformation that's going around on Instagram at the moment. Some people are claiming that Mr. Super Clear is safe to use outside without a mask whatsoever, and this is simply not true. MSC is highly toxic and is carcinogenic, which means it can give you cancer, and you must wear a respirator mask and spray outside, preferably with the wind blowing the spray away from you. If you have sensitive skin like I do, I also recommend wearing gloves, as it can irritate the skin in its wet liquid form. I've had an experience with this. It's really not great, it feels awful, and just remember, if ever you're skeptical about information on Instagram when it comes to doll customizing, what do the doll customizing YouTubers say? Do you ever hear Hextian or Delightful say to spray indoors without a mask? No! And I'm also not claiming to be an expert when it comes to doll customizing in any way. I've only been doing it for a year. I definitely value my health, and the way that I see it personally, if you have that £20 to £40, dollars, euros, whatever to buy a can of Mr. Super Clear, you have that same money to buy a respirator. For collective information of sealants and various other information, please go and follow Doll Colour on Instagram. She made a fantastic post about Mr. Super Clear, and she's also eventually going to be doing some more posts about materials that we use in the doll community, because it's not 100% safe all the time and people need to take these precautions. So yeah, go follow Doll Colour. She's amazing. Great information. She's also a biologist, so I really wanted my witch to have an over-the-top pointy hat, so I started with a donut-shaped piece of cardboard and I taped some wire to it to help make it poseable. I very messily added black fabric around the hat to cover up the cardboard mess. I used some Faber Castell glue to glue it all together, and once that was done I sewed together the top of the hat and also sewed a wire into it as I wanted to make it poseable. It was a royal pain in the arse to turn it inside out because of the wire, so in hindsight perhaps I should have used a ladder stitch to bring it all together, but oh well, it's done. To cover up the horrible mess, I decided to glue this fabulous navy blue lace ribbon to the hat and fold it over to give it a sort of pleated look. Once I'd done that, I wanted to make some tiny bows, so I cut the same black cotton fabric into some strips, folded them and tied them together with cotton thread, and I also sewed an amethyst bead to 3 of the bows that go on the front and glass beads to the others. And here's the finished hat! It's so cute! It's so over the top. I think it's perfect myself and I'm very proud of myself because this was a first attempt and it actually turned out alright. There's a few things I could have done better, like I wanted the top of the hat to be more pointy, but again that's down to the wire, but anyway, that being too picky, yeah, I love it. And next was to make the dress, and again I wanted to go for a Wednesday Addams-esque sort of outfit, and this Twyla dress is the perfect base. And this is actually one of my favourite ever dresses from Monster High. It's got such a lovely shape to it and an overall clean and just a great design. I bought a second one to unpick and one to keep because I like it that much. I usually make clothes by unpicking them and to make the pattern from the pieces rather than eyeballing my own design, as this has gone horribly wrong for me in the past. I used the same black cotton fabric and this black and white fabric for the collar, which is also cotton, and for a little pocket. I took my time to sew this together and I used snaps for the back as I couldn't find my Velcro, but I would recommend Velcro over snaps when you have long seams down the back like this, as it looks a bit gappy and the outfit doesn't come together the same way as opposed to if you were to use Velcro. For the shoes, I repainted them using my usual method, and for those of you who don't know, I did make a tutorial about how I repaint shoes. That was my previous video, so if you want to watch that, there's a link on the screen at the end of the video. I just want to give you a little bit of an update on those shoes. They haven't chipped or anything at all with the Modge Podge, whereas the ones that I use the Liquitex High Gloss Varnish have chipped. So perhaps it's best to use Modge Podge instead of the High Gloss Varnish. And here she is! I decided to name her Lilith as I thought that was quite
a fitting, witchy, pagan-y, dark sort of sounding name. This doll was made in collaboration with lots of other people on Instagram. If you want to see everybody's work, please go and follow Doll Colour, as she will be releasing a collaboration image showing everybody's efforts. Once again, I just want to thank everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!